Stonewood SSDs and the questline for that matter are really pretty simple, and there's only one of two reasons why you're going to be here watching this video. Either you are pretty new to the game, you've never played it before, you're not sure what you're doing, or you are a real avid fan of the channel and you just enjoy watching my content anyway. Regardless which ones you are, hopefully with this video you'll be able to find out a little bit more about the Stonewood SSDs and how to complete as easy as you can. So for Storm Shield Defense number 5 in Stonewood, you are going to need to place a new amplifier again, same as with your Storm Shield 4. Now I have placed this one over here, but you are also going to get the option of placing this one over here as well. Now same again as with SSD 4, I don't recommend placing this just yet because you are going to get attacked from the east up there. You will also get attacked from the south down there, and you are also going to get attacked from the west all the way over there just past that bit of mountain. So you've got very little space that you can actually build anything for if you place this amplifier here. So what I am going to do, I am going to go and place this one up here. This one is going to give you the most amount of area for you to be able to build in, and it's the easiest to do. So let's place that there. Okay, now for this one, we're going to get attacked from the west. Now, they are going to spawn all the way down here by this amplifier, this one that we didn't place. So for this, they can either go up this way or they can come up this way up here. So what we've done up here, we've just put a little bit of block off here just to try and prevent them from coming around that way. And we're going to try and get them to go through this. Now, another thing I want to quickly point out for anyone who hasn't watched any of my videos before, on this account, this is my 5th account, and I am running this with pretty much as little crafting or no crafting as possible. I haven't crafted any weapons as of yet, and pretty much the only traps that I have crafted are some of these really crappy level 4 wall darts and wooden floor spikes. So I haven't crafted anything else. They are all traps that I have got from playing the game, looting chests and completing missions. So that is why some of the traps are going to be pretty crappy, and yeah, that's why. So anyway, for this bit, they're going to come through all of this. They will get knocked into these boxes, get them coming up here, and they've got 2 more boxes in here to take some damage. Of course, I will be doing a little bit of shooting now and again as well, so we'll finish off anything else that makes it through the tunnels. Now for this side from the south, they are going to spawn anywhere down along this section down here. So they've got a few different options they can come up. They're going to all head over either this direction, which they will either come up here and go through these tunnels. Make sure you do not place a floor piece here, otherwise the husks will not be able to get up and they will just bash and break things. Make sure you leave that one free. A couple of boxes in here to deal some damage. Not the greatest of traps, as I said, it is literally just what I've been able to find from chests. So the other side they are going to come up is up here. Now they can come up this ramp, which will head up here, and they will get hit by sound wall on the way up. If they make it to the top, then we've got a launcher, hopefully, to fling them back down. They're also going to want to come up this ramp here. So we've got some more traps and things here to try and deal with them as best as we can, and then head through this tunnel, and again we'll finish off whatever makes it through. For the east side spawn, they are going to spawn all the way over here. Now majority are going to spawn around this section around here, anywhere up along this bit here. So they have got a few directions they're going to go. Now you'll also get the occasional little spawn which may spawn up the top there, which I'll go into in a moment. So they're going to head over this way. Now you may get some that will go over there, and some that will go over through our main tunnel this direction. So what I have done over here, we have just very briefly blocked off this here, and I think, yeah, I got a sound wall to put on there as well, just to stop them wanting to go up there. Otherwise they got free reign straight over to our amplifier. So we want them to come through this tunnel here, and they're just going to go down through here and take out anything else that makes it through. We've also got then our main spawn tunnel here, which is this one over here, and they're going to head in through this sound wall, a couple of traps, deal some damage on the way in. Now with these, the edited floor pieces like that means that they've got to come round into these boxes before they can go round to the next one. So once they're in here, we've got some wall darts. I got a gas trap because that's all I got. If you have any broadsides, put those on the back walls, but I literally don't have anything that I can really put on those at all. I've got edited window here so that it would take damage on the darts, whichever box they are in. If they make it in the second one, then we've got some more here as well, so that will sort them out. Now, as I said earlier, you do have that little bit that will come up on the top of that mountain, and they will head around this way. So what I've tried to do here is just block it off a couple of wooden floor spikes, just to you know, deal some damage on their way out. I literally have nothing else I can place in any of these, so they would normally have some traps on as well, so we may have to shoot some if they get through there. And yeah, that is our main areas. Now once you do place this amplifier, any builds that you did have set up over here for your home base attack, you will not get attacked on the home base from the south anymore, so you don't need those. You can get rid of all of those as well. And yeah, that is my defenses. Basic traps, everything I found from looting and farming in missions, so nothing major at all. All I've got left to do is just go and upgrade everything now to a tier 3 structure, because we can now do that. And let's get on with our storm shield defense. Okay, well, I've upgraded as much stuff as I can. Pretty much everything over along here is all up to tier 3 materials, but I've run out of everything now. I don't even have any more metal left, so I'm not going to go do any more farming. This is how it's going to have to be. So let's get on and go and do our storm shield defense number 5. When it comes to your Stonewood SSDs, there are a couple of things that you should always try and remember. Now, the first thing that I want to bring up, when you do very first start in Fortnite Save the World and you do your Stonewood SSD number 1, you'll be given a load of really crappy traps, and most of those will be like grey traps, things with really bad perks and what have you. And you place them all down, you get your defense done, job done. Now, a lot of people, myself included, when it comes to later storm shields, like in this case, storm shield defense number 5, you might have completely forgotten about those very first traps that you placed in. And it can make a whole load of difference as to whether a defense will be a success or not. If you have forgotten all about those crappy grey traps which are thrown into some really dire defenses, then the husks are not really going to be taking anywhere near as much damage now as they would have done on that very first one, because of course the higher you go in your power level, the higher the husks are going to come as well. So if you've got some level 5 traps and you're trying to kill level 15 husks with them, then they're not going to do very much damage. So it's always a good idea to regularly, especially when you are going through your SSDs, regularly go through your trap tunnels and just check what traps you have got. Because just simply replacing a couple of really bad grey ones and putting in a few level 15s is going to make a whole load of difference as to whether the husks are going to get killed in your tunnels. Fortnite Save the World has many different play styles that you can play in order to complete it. There is no one set way of doing anything in this game. The only thing I do think that should be made a set way is not being able to skip through your quest. So many people do want to try and skip through, get all the way from Stonewood to Twine Peaks in a matter of days, and get to the end of the game, which I don't personally see the point in doing, because you're missing the whole point of the game, the best part of the game in my experience. Now, myself, in the past, I have done many AFK style builds. I've done constructor AFK builds with bases. I've done ninja builds where you don't need to do anything apart from just sit and watch the entire defense go through with trap tunnels and never have to shoot a single thing. I've done that many of time. I've gone through, I've done all of the SSDs with no traps at all and just shooting and using abilities in order to complete them all the way through to Twine 10. So I've done that as well. And in this new series, I'm trying to do the no crafting challenge, where I'm pretty much only using traps and weapons that I loot from chests around the world. Now, that doesn't mean that any of those three ways are the best way to do it or the right way to do it. It is a play style that you may adopt if you wish. If you want to put up some trap tunnels and still do some shooting as well, that is perfectly fine. There is no problem with that. And I would highly recommend that you do play the way that you want to play. Just make sure, though, if you are playing on public missions, then you do need to be active in those missions. Don't just go into missions and expect somebody else to complete all of the quest for you, do all of the building and defending, and you just go off doing your quests and farming. It doesn't work like that. But as long as you are active in those missions, then nobody can really complain at you for learning and experiencing the game. And the same thing applies to your SSDs. Now, in Stonewood, there are various different amplifiers that you can place along the way as you progress. I've gone through, I've covered every single amplifier last year on another account. I've gone through, placed all of the various different ones. So there's going to be builds on the channel which will help you regardless which amplifier you have placed. And you can get away majority of the time in early Stonewood missions and SSDs with the lowest of traps, the crappiest of weapons, and still get the job done pretty easily. Don't dismiss your defenders. They are going to be a really useful feature for you. Defenders can be placed at any point in any mission, and they can help you if you're struggling, if you're not able to find people to play with, any friends that are going to come on and help you. Then defenders can be a massive influence in helping you progress through and complete your missions. So make sure that you are leveling up your defenders as you go along, and they're going to help so much. Now, in regards to your quest line itself, yes, definitely follow all of your quest line, get through those missions, and you will unlock additional features for the game. But don't focus solely on just quest line. Make sure you are doing additional daily quests as well. You're going to have a whole array of missions available to you on each daily reset. So just because you're going through doing your quest line and you need to go to industrial zones or suburbs, make sure you do go to additional missions in between your quest line, because if you just solely focus on quest line, you're going to lose out on a lot of materials that you are going to need for leveling up, and you're going to miss out on a lot of additional rewards that you may get as well. Quite often there will be resupply missions. Now these can be extremely useful if you've done a lot of defense-based missions and you're running low on materials. Then resupply missions are really quick and simple, sort of 10-minute missions, and you can do a lot of farming and get a lot of resources in the process, which will help you out later on. When you come to doing SSDs, yes, you can probably get away with a lot of tier 1 wood and brick and metal structures in your Stonewood SSDs. When you do get later down the line into your Plankerton, your Canny Valley, and then eventually your Twine Peaks SSDs, you are going to need a lot stronger material in order to complete those defenses. So as much metal and brick that you can farm up now is going to aid you later on down the line, that will help out with your builds. You would be surprised just how much metal you can go through and use just in setting up storm shield defenses. So if you can farm them now during side quests and additional missions, then it will help you out a great deal in the long run. Always keep an eye out on the event store and the llama store. We do quite often get given free llamas in the llama store, and they are generally only available for a 1 hour period. So if you do miss them, then you could be missing out on some really useful rewards. Quite often you will get some low level stuff which you might think is absolutely useless. Don't bother getting them. Still get them. If they're free, get them. You can recycle those lower level traps and things and get the resources to level up higher ones when you get them. So always keep an eye on those. As for spending your V-Bucks or your X-ray tickets on these llamas, I would recommend saving those V-Bucks and X-ray tickets for any llamas that have a legendary or mythic item in it. Especially at this early game, it can be really tempting to go and spend 500 V-Bucks on a llama that has got 2 purple schematics in it, but you will end up getting those legendary ones pretty soon anyway. So I wouldn't recommend wasting any money or V-Bucks or anything else on these llamas. Try and wait for free ones or 50 V-Buck llamas instead. But whether you spend money on V-Bucks or you purchase llamas or not, whether you play with a team, whether you play solo, whether you do damage builds, AFK builds, however you play, the most important thing to remember whenever playing Fortnite Save the World is to have fun doing it. I hope you do find this video useful. If you do, please consider dropping me a like down below. All comments are appreciated. There are many links in the description and in the playlists on the channel, which should help you out, along with these 2 videos coming up very soon. But until the next one, I do hope you have a fantastic day. Stay safe, Commanders, and I will see you on the next one.